Hello everyone, today I'm going to be going over the absolute best fruit for every seed in Blox fruits. The last time I made a video like this, I said, oh well, this fruit's good, but I think this one's probably a bit better. Today I'm just going to be telling you the best fruit for each seed and exactly why it's the best. So for the first seed, the obvious choice is going to be the light fruit. Now I have a permanent version to show you right here. And the light fruit is absolutely overpowered for the first seed, as I'm going to show you. So I do have the moves awakened, but don't worry about that. First of all, you have a sword right here that you can use. Instead of having to buy a sword here, you still need to upgrade melee for the energy. But now you don't have to worry about a sword at all. You don't even need to buy a sword. All you need is the light fruit. You've got your M1 sword right here. Does a lot of damage. You've got your crazy different moves right here. All of the moves are actually pretty good. But then the most noticeable move, especially for the first C, is the flight ability that only requires 10 mastery. So in the first C, when you don't have it awakened, you can't change the direction, but this is basically it. And then when you want to change directions, you're just going to stop, go out of it, walk around for a little bit in the air, like dash around while you wait for it to come back, and then just hold Shining Flight again. It's really overpowered how fast you can fly. It's the quickest method of transportation for the first C, because you're not going to be able to get 300 mastery on the portal fruit. That's going to be too difficult. So literally the light fruit is the absolute best method for this. And I didn't mention this either, but it has Logia powers. So if the NPC is lower level than you, and it does not have like ornament hockey, or you could call it aura in this case, what I mean is this right here. The enemy does not have like a black lower arm, either of their arms. It's not going to be able to damage you. The only things that can is the NPCs with those hockey and bosses. Otherwise, you're completely immune to attacks, and players who do not have their hockey on won't be able to damage you. Alright, here we are in the second seed. The light fruit is good in the second seed, but now that awakenings exist, there's one fruit it just can't compete with, and that is Buddha. Let me show you why Buddha is not the best fruit for the first seed. First of all, it has no way to get you around quicker. It actually slows you down when you're transformed. No way of flying around the map. It's not awakened, so I'll show you how bad it is unawakened. And it does not give you a sword to use, so you need to upgrade your own things. It is not part of the fruit. And it does not have Logia powers. So this is what unawakened Buddha looks like. Unawakened Buddha is nothing special. It just extends your M1 by a little bit, giving you a bit of a better hitbox and making grinding a lot quicker. But getting around the map is not a lot quicker, and you also do not have Logia powers. But now that you can awaken fruits since you're in the second sea, let me show you how crazy it is. And in the second sea, you have more time to get around. Getting around is also not as big of a deal because, first of all, the first two islands are right here across from each other, connected to a bridge. But I feel like it's also a lot easier to get around the second sea. You're not confused about where things are. Alright, this is what it is like now that you awaken it. A way bigger hitbox. Is way more overpowered in every way. And it takes down your damage a little bit. When you're in Buddha, you have a little bit of reduced M1 attacks. But still, just this range buff right here makes it overpowered. Better for PvP, better for grinding, which ends up giving Buddha the top spot because you can literally just go up to any NPC, any group of NPCs, transform into Buddha, and watch how quick I can just plow through these. And then I'll show you how quick I can do it with light. So just watch this. And you can also hit multiple different things at once, like multiple different NPCs at once. Okay, so that took like less than 10 seconds to kill each one of those NPCs. Now let's see how long it ends up taking with something like Light. So Light won't take too much longer as I have moves like the Wrath of God. But Buddha, another plus, is that you only have to do one raid. So if raids are difficult for you, you just have to do one, and that'll give you enough fragments for the first upgrade. And you don't have to upgrade Blox fruit stats with Buddha. Alright, let's see how quick I can actually get through these NPCs with the light fruit. And it's going to take a lot longer. We're just using light right now. And if I use the M1 of this, you just have to sit there, individually hitting all the enemies. It is a lot slower than Buddha, as you can see. and the moves take a while to regen. That definitely took longer than it took with Buddha. That just proves it's a better fruit. The only thing you don't get is the transportation and the Logia, but you're not even going to need the Logia. The NPCs, you're not going to be close enough to them for them to hit you. Okay, here in the third seed, the winner's even more obvious, and this may be annoying, but it's once again the Buddha fruit. Buddha is so overpowered for the third seed, just grinding enemies. Like, look at how quickly you're able to kill all of them. The enemies do have more health, which gives Buddha an even better advantage because it has higher DPS than the light fruit by far, so you're able to way quicker blaze through the enemies. If you can just kill the enemies quicker, that saves so much time because you'd be killing every enemy slower with the light fruit. And Buddha is also good for PvP, good for killing the bosses. The third sees when it actually starts to get tough. The bosses have more health, they're a lot harder to kill. And using Buddha is like a must for most things. And the transportation isn't a problem because you've literally got portals that take you to the main 3 islands of the third sea. You do not have to do much traveling around. You've got to go to like 3 other islands. You've got Tiki Outpost, Haunted Castle, Sea of Treats, and Great Tree. There's not much traveling you've got to do here. Buddha is just all around the best fruit for third sea. There's not really any cons to it. Third seed, you have to PvP and stuff, and you should use other PvP fruits. I'm just talking about grinding like levels and bosses and stuff. But Buddha's just got such a big hitbox. The moves are pretty good if you want to put Blox fruit stats on. I don't really recommend it. But all of these other fruits here, they just don't really compare to it. Like some people say stuff like Venom or even Kitsune can beat them. Now, I think Kitsune could probably kill things quicker than Buddha can, but honestly, it is so much harder to get your hands on. It costs $50 to buy permanent, and it is valued at 8 million in game, the most expensive fruit by a lot. Now, it may kill enemies quicker, but I think it's so much harder to get your hands on, and it doesn't really offer that much better than Buddha. And you do have to put stats into Blox fruits that ends up not being as good. But Kitsune is a super good grinding fruit. I don't even have all the tails yet, but just wait until you transform because this makes the M1 a lot more overpowered. You can M1 more times. And if you just combine it with Hockey to see where you fling all the enemies, you can just run around killing everything really quickly. Like, look at how much damage this does. But Buddha definitely tops it off for the second seed. Dang, what is happening here? So yeah, Kitsune is the top two, but like I said, I'm not going to be mentioning the other top two fruits. Buddha is the best for second and third seed, and Light is the best for the third seed. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully it helped you out. Let me know if you guys need to get your hands on a Light or Buddha fruit, because as you can see, I had 7 Lights and I have 5 Buddhas for trade that I guess I'll just be giving out for free, whatever you can put in the trade. Thanks for watching. See ya.